What's going on, guys?
Hello.
My name is Jonathan Quinn.
I'm Paulette.
And this is the start of our vlog during the coronavirus. Just been notified yesterday that we're shutting down all restaurants and bars today, Monday, what is it, the 16th of March, 2020. So we are here documenting exactly what's going on over the next few days and weeks and seeing how the situation turns out. So this is the first video in that part. I think we've got a pretty good setup. That's our dog, Bubba, by the way.
Also surviving quarantine.
So you're gonna see us just live our lives while we're in here. I think we have everything set up. I hope we do. We took all of our money out of the bank. We bought a bunch of supplies that we think are necessary, and I hope you guys think are necessary, and you guys have done the same thing that we have. I don't know where this is going.
And we're packed up in case worst case scenario.
Yeah, we live in a city. We should say that too. We live in Pilsen, in Chicago, and that's kind of like the lower west side of Chicago. Very safe neighborhood. I mean, we live in an extremely safe neighborhood, but that's not to say that it won't deteriorate over the next few weeks. I don't know what we're expecting or what we could see, but we're gonna find out. So here's all our stuff. We're trying to clear out the entire side of the bed because we don't really have anything else to do. When you got time in your hands, you come up with stuff, right?
Yep.
Were you yelling and screaming the whole time?
Yep. I don't want to be under this dusty bed.
We are on our way to Binny's to buy some bottles of booze. The way I'm thinking about it is, you know, if everything goes to shit, which it looks like it's going to. I don't know, looks, maybe, possibly. The bars are shutting down. Binny's is about to get hit. Everyone's gonna want booze. You know, a lot of people in this country are constantly drinking. So I don't think there's anything wrong with buying, I don't know, $100, $200 worth of booze, some cheap booze, a bunch of bottles, a bunch of little small kind of airplane shooters, the big liters, 1.75s. At least that's a lot, you know, just for us to be stocked up. It's not like it's not gonna go undrunk. But on top of that, they're great trading tools. If you ever want to barter with somebody and people don't have access to alcohol for whatever reason, because there has been rumors that they're going to shut down the sale of alcohol and guns, well then a great thing to do is to sell and trade bottles of booze. So that's what we're on our way to do right now.
This is my makeshift mask.
You know what? I don't think anybody foresees any sort of banning on the selling of alcohol. The parking lot is relatively empty. The store was relatively empty. The shelves were fully stocked. They were bringing in even more product. Everybody that was here though was all buying for the next 2 weeks, so that you know, you could tell people were kind of prepping for the fact that they didn't want to go out at all. And people bought what they normally drink. I mean, some people bought wines and, you know, wine coolers and mixed drinks and stuff like that. We bought extremely cheap. Seagram 7, 1.75, some Cruzan rum, 1.75, all for like 20 bucks a pop. A little bit of Guinness, a little bit of Truly for her. And, you know, for the most part, everything was priced the same. Nothing was overly expensive, price gouging. And everybody was super polite. Even the other people in the aisles were super polite. I think this is kind of bringing out the best in everybody, because nobody wants to seem like a dickhead during a pandemic, right? But we'll see how things progress. If they do issue a ban on the sale of alcohol and weapons, it will be unconstitutional, but that doesn't matter. They're still going to do it, and people are going to listen to them regardless. And then everything that we've already stockpiled, which is not a lot, but it's enough, will become that much more valuable. So right now we're gonna head back home, cook a little bit of food, hang out for a little bit before I head over to work for the last night that our restaurant's gonna be open.
Hello friends! We are still on day 2 or 3 of quarantine. I'm digging into our quarantine stash with these cuties. But we're also gonna see what Mr. Jake Willian is cooking. What are you cooking, baby?
So a lot of this is like really high calorie, low cost food. Ground beef, $2.49 a pound. And what I always want to do is I always want to cook as much food as possible in one sitting, so I don't have to do it again. So we have this giant 18-inch pan that takes up the whole thing. And all I'm doing here is cooking up our 5 sausages. These are 5 spicy sausages from Aldi. Cook these up nice and big. This only costs $3. You're looking at about $6 worth of meat, another $1 worth of food. I mean, you have about 3 to 4 meals for around $10, maybe less. It's the best way to do things, so we'll see. It's like a little stir fry. We'll see how it all goes together. All right, so we finally put together everything. Ground beef, sausages, a little bit of broccoli, some green peppers and onions, all together. This is less than a $10 meal. And look how, this is an 18-inch pan, it's massive. It's filled with food. So if you guys are trying to figure out how you're gonna make it through the coronavirus, food-wise, this is your best bet. If you don't know how to cook, take a pan, cook everything individually, and then combine it all at the end. It's super simple, super easy, super cost-effective. And we'll see how tasty it is in just a minute. The final product. Ooh, it smells good.
It does.
A little lemon pepper, a little adobo. Real tasty.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coronavirus, we ain't surviving, we thriving.
Woo!
So now we're going outside to walk the dog. Finished our meal, absolutely delicious, and now to spend a little time outside. There's no reason to be scared of anything, right?
No, there's no reason. Outside is not contaminated. People are contaminated.
Philosophical. Philosophical.
Woo! Don't be.
So we're coming to check out the outside. Do a little walk with Bubs as he's peeing. So we live right next to Reyes Park, which is this really cool basketball court. And right behind us is what they call the Ghost Church. They call it the first church, well, one of the first churches here in Pilsen, which Pilsen is named after the Polish city of Pilsen, where all the Pilsners came out of, if you're a fan of beer. Pretty cool, right?
Normally it does not look like this. Usually there are people about, or you can at least hear things, but there's like no cars. Everyone's staying indoors. People are really taking this quarantine thing seriously. The only people out here is me, Bubs, and John. Ghost Town. So I just woke up from a nap, and to be honest, I don't feel so hot. And I don't know if I'm just a victim of hypochondria or whatever. Is that when you think you have whatever diseases are out there? But point is, I'm trying not to freak myself out and think that I have corona. John told me not to look up anything about corona while he's at work. So, although I am nauseous and, you know, going to the bathroom every like 30 minutes, not to be graphic, I'm just gonna try and be calm, drink sparkling water, and hope that I don't die, and hope that I make it until John gets home, and just be fiending for some weed, because I'm sure that would help my nausea at this point. So cheers to health. So I know I just videoed myself saying that I was feeling nauseous, but guys, God is good. I found the smallest bit of weed left in my weed bag. I thought it was totally empty. I just smoked it. My stomach feels amazing, way much better. I feel great. I feel like, you know, positive. You know, thinking about how maybe this 2 weeks, because today when John gets home, for sure, we're quarantined for 2 weeks. But you know, who do I like spending my time with the most? Jonathan. Granted, that might change after this next 2 weeks. I'm sure he's gonna get annoyed with me. You know, who else would I rather spend my time with? Bubs, John, you know, and maybe this is what I need. You know, this is what I need to jumpstart into John being busy every night. Literally every night, from going to, okay, he's guaranteed to pick me up, take me to work, pick me up from work, blah, 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 to now, okay, I only see him on Mondays or Wednesdays and Thursdays now. And it's gonna go back to the way it was when we were only on Mondays. Maybe these next 2 weeks is what I need so that we can spend so much time together, make a lot of memories, really work on our relationship. I can do whatever I need to do to get to that point. I'm feeling good, guys.
So tonight it's drawing to a close for March 16th. Just got back from work and, you know, I bartend, so the restaurant was relatively busy. I mean, it was nothing crazy by any means, but lots of people came out to show their support, which is hugely generous and helpful, and we're thankful for that. But now we're settling in. This is the first upcoming day of the quarantine, and you know, I think we're both taking it like everyone else, one day at a time. Where are you at?
It's day 3 of my quarantine. I'm already getting a little restless, but I made a list of all the things we can do and of all the movies I like to watch anyway, so.
Well, what's the top one?
13.03.
No, what's the top thing to do during quarantine?
Sex. So,
Oh, man.
let's see if you guys are lucky enough to see that.
So good night, guys. We'll see you on tomorrow, and we'll see how tomorrow goes.